Hello, hello. Chemic. That's right. We're back in the comic. Ooh, that's got lyrics. Fuck that song. I want something with very few. We need something chill. We're back. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good morning or evening or midday. Let me just pull my. Hey, Snow. How you doing? Just filling in the last of the shadows for the page, and then we'll move on to page 7. Doing okay? That's good. Had a good day? I still got 4 weeks to do the NMS expedition. Was worried had to pull it off. Had to pull it off for too long. There. No Man's Sky? Yes. No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky, yes. Nice. I guessed it. Managed to guess it. That's cool. And that's good. Giving these ducks some delicious, delicious texture. Ugh. It's free ball lines. They kind of like gotta look a little bit off. They don't need to look perfect. If anything, they actually shouldn't look like perfect. But also, they should relatively straight. And that's all. Done all the expeditions so far, and their completion reward sticker is basically the only cosmetic you have anywhere on your freighter. Cool. Like a badge of honor. Alright, we have a completely new page. So I gotta draw out the draft. And it's gonna look rough as fuck because that's always how they look. Alright, so the last panel we had Ratchet had missed his final shot of the target practice, or not target practice, the target game. And then like laughing it off as Dogan like stares at him. So in that respect, we'll have over the shoulder shot of Dogan and then a close up of Dogan reacting. Should look. That's too thick. Too thick. Bring it down. Rough line does not need that big. Crooked. That's also crooked, but yeah. Of the jazz. The jazz is good. I found that the jazz works really nicely as much as lo-fi, but it also has like a little bit more kick to it, which I like. All right, so over the shoulder. Ratchet's head. I know how to draw the back of his head at this point. And up here. Few little laugh lines. Could fall asleep to it. Maybe not. Oh, actually, maybe this one, yeah. Yes. Right. There you go. Slightly small. Graphies just saw you were love, so dropped in. Praise love. I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping in. Always lovely to see you in chat. Have a good night. No. Nebs says hi too. Lots of love. Have a great stream. Well, I give my love to Neb. Well, and I'm golden. I got a coffee. Got a coffee and dream. So weird, like doing this draft because I'm like, I vaguely remember what's happening with it, like in the comic, but because it takes so long to get to each part, it's like, oh yeah, I have a vague recollection of what I was doing. That's just shite. I always do. I'm like, why am I so far away? Really lead with drawing the head shape first and not just a part of the head shape. But I will never learn those things. still. Again, my intention is that I won't spend a lot of time on this, spending a lot of time on the actual version. Ick. This mic again. I always, I'm always like just moving it around. Big part of my stream, big part of my early start stream. Moving mic. That angle. Yeah, no, that doesn't. Yeah, it's just not the right angle. Doesn't look right. Oh, I will on basically add to it later. Or not. I'm just gonna keep at it. Right. Yeah, that's basically the idea of separation. Make sure I remember the bid. Slowly starting to take shape. Not pretty, but it's there. Shape is there. That's way better. And by way better, I mean tolerable. I use that reference previous one. Directional reference too. There you go. Dogan shoots the target. Anyway. Next little bit. Big head. Big head for a woman. Doesn't have that big of a head. There we go. Slightly better, but it is also a draft, so I shouldn't be putting too much emphasis on proportion. Hold on. I'm also going to change the stream title to um, sit watch for a draft. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Just a big draft page today. We may get to the first panel, but like no promises. Duck game done. Dogan and Ratchet prepare to end their evening. However, Dogan has won, so he gets to choose a prize. Ratchet, however, has sadly failed to hit all the targets, so he does not win a prize. Believe it or not, this is actually a story aspect, an important story aspect. Also, yes, not Dogen, Ratchet is holding himself up on the stand, pressing his feet, like wedging his feet into two bits of the stand itself because he is too short to actually just stand like Dogen is, which I do find a nice little cute bit of storytelling for him. But he is currently very much too small. He has to climb stuff. Next panel, not page. Next panel. Thinking we just get another reactionary shot. And just a bit. Gonna give this one just a little bit more space because I don't want it just to all be his head. I didn't get a bit of head shot in. That's also a really big thumb. So I'll fix that too. When it comes to the actual version, not this version. Don't give a dang. He is also big. I mean, not the worst drawing I've ever done of Dogen, or draft ever done of Dogen. Pretty bad though. The emphasis that it's not supposed to be good. It's quick. I can get an idea of shape, face, and more just story. Yeah, there we go. But like it'll do. Or just one panel. So I promised myself I wouldn't do another wide shot. This isn't a wide shot. This is basically just a shot of all the toys. So I thought that'd be a nice, fun little shot. So just gotta load up page. I don't know what I labeled this chronologically. It's technically page 5, but it's not actually page 5. 6. It's page 3. Don't read the writing. Don't spoil it for yourselves. So it's a bunch of dogs, elephants, sausages, and bees. Nice. Let's start with the bees. Start with them bees. Hey, I knew as soon as I said it. Yeah, nobody read the writing. Only Loki has like paid the membership to actually be able to see the writing already. None of you be reading it. None of you be spoiling the story for yourself yet. Chapter release. Wait for that. Soon. Real soon. Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's, there are 4 bees. 4 bees. Ignore him. Ignore that woodchuck. Um, actually, is it? Yeah, 2 in front, 2 behind. They're kind of like deformed, shape-wise, the toys, because ultimately no toy is like the exact same shape as each other, Like I have a Dingle which is like a plushie from IKEA, and you go like it's the plushie orangutan, but every time I go back there, I see other versions of him, and it's like they all look completely different. Like they all like some have lumps in different parts of the body, some have lumps in their heads, which make them look like funny little clones of my um, monkey, stuff like that. And I like to imagine that they are like clones of him. That look. Zoom out for a moment. Yeah, that should fill out the space pretty quickly and easily. Next one. Oh, there were more beats. There's a little. Ah, oh, never mind. Don't worry about that. I might actually. Oh wait, no, because I was gonna say for those of you who have seen the character art, it won't matter. None of you have seen the character art. That that is important for this. Like, what have you guys seen? Next, dogs in the front, sausages in the back. Oh, and elephant. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dogs. We're gonna be able to get 3, maybe. Oh, well, 3 in the front, 3 in the back. That's one extended here. There you go. Just in my head, I was like, do I add like a betting, like a poll or a bet, like a gamble, like which toy is Dogan gonna pick? But that seems a bit dumb. It could be fucking like that. We get the toy maybe next page based on the spacing of all of this. So I'm not doing that to all of you. That would be pretty awful. Anticipation for that would be just a lot. Alright, now the details. Diamond. Draft. I completely forgot this was the draft. I shouldn't give a shit. I mean, I'm gonna do it accurately so then it's just easier to draw when it comes to the drawing section, but I shouldn't be so focused on making it look too professional because it's gonna be ignored by me. Well, not ignored, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I just need the basics. Nothing more, nothing less. Alright, behind them now. 3 elephants. That's a bad trunk. There we go. Yeah. And now sausages. Fill up the space. Get some. Surprise! It's wiener time. Ugh. Actually, just grab the ones in front. And the idea is to fill out the space just a little bit more with other tools. Maybe weren't quite so busy. That one just in the back, just like, Mother, help me. I've fallen. I have no arms, nor legs. Nice little puppet. Back. I wouldn't want to make a nutcracker because, admittedly, like this is a fantasy world. Would they have a nutcrackers? Probably not. Guess I don't think. And just do something a little bit fun, make it more dynamic. Like even if so, just incrementally, just give let the trunks and the little bits of um the sausage ends. What would you call the end? Like what are the the nubs of the sausage. I'd hate to say the foreskin. That's not accurate. And also, that's pretty fucked. But, like, the anus? The anus? Would it be the anus? Like, the little, like, the tied off bits. Like, the bits that tie off the ends of the sausage. Because it's on either side. Would you count both sides the anus of the sausage? I mean, I also get where you're coming from, Loki, as well, because, like, it probably was the anus of a creature at one point. Maybe. I don't know. No scientist here. No sausage scientist. Anyway. Oh, wedged. Double wedged. By wedged, I mean fucked it up. Oh, organized chaos. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Scatcam's world. That's a great raid message. How you guys doing? Uh, Thank you so much for the raid. It's lovely to see you all. Oh, you beat me to it, Loki. Thank you so much. Hello, Organized Chaos's chat. I am Grey Mouse Inc. I am currently working on a comic. I am an illustrator from Australia, and I'm currently working on a fantasy series that is based around a goblin who joins a team of other goblins to steal gold from giants. Played some Dark Souls. Ooh, that would be awesome. How'd you guys go? How's the comic going? So far, so good. We're on to page 7. And I think we have maybe 2 or 3 pages left of the first chapter before we have a chapter release, which should be awesome. Thanks, now have Scatman playing in your head. You beat Deacons of the Deep and then High Lord Wolnir. Ooh, excellent. Making your way to... What's the name of that city? I've forgotten the name of it. It's been so long since I've played Dark Souls 3. Irithyll. Yes. That's it. I just got it as you said it. Damn. Yeah, Irithyll. That's a beautiful city. Dark Souls 3 was the Dark Souls that really got me into playing Dark Souls. I played 1, was terrible at it, left it, got into 3, and then went back to 1. Don't know if you spelt it right. I mean, I assume it's probably close enough. Gives you Bloodborne vibes. That's super fair. It really is yeah, definitely a Bloodborne kind of city for sure. Now I'm trying to think of the name of the Bloodborne cities. Oh, so what I'm doing at 100. Actually, yeah, this should actually be quite a nice coincidence. So I'm about 7 followers away from reaching 100 followers. So big milestone. And in my Elden Ring playthrough, I am just about to reach Melania, Blade of Mikola. So I said that if I manage to reach 100 followers before the end of June, I will be streaming my run of trying to beat Melania. Melania is good fun. I've never versed Melania, so it'll be my first time ever. You've been showing Glenn and Jamie the games, and it's been fun playing co-op. Oh, absolutely. I think co-op is one of the biggest things that makes the Souls games so much fun. I mean that and the story, of course, but like co-op in Dark Souls just hits different. I believe. You'll come and watch it. Oh yeah, took you a few hours. Well, it'll be a nice full stream for me. I'm certain. It's gonna take me fucking ages. I'm currently in that playthrough. I'm also currently fighting Malakath, so trying to get through that. And his like health draining thing is killing me. Jolly cooperation is the best. It is. It is what it's all about. That jolly cooperate. God, it makes me want to replay Dark Souls 1. Malekith is brutal, but yeah, love Souls games. They are good. I think, actually, which one's your favorite? Out of curiosity. P.S. Sorry for distracting you. Oh no, you're very welcome to distract me. It is a welcome distraction. I'm only doing drafts, so like it's no biggie. Please feel free to distract me. One was your first love, three is your spouse. That's good. That's fair. I think it's a very reasonable um, scale. In order, Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 2. That's fair. You haven't played Sekiro? Ooh, I mean, I would highly recommend it. For me, I would say it. For me, it's Sekiro, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. Actually, I'd probably put Elden Ring somewhere between Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1. So somewhere around there. But then, yeah, I haven't played Dark Souls 2. You're about to once you finish second Bloodborne playthrough. Fair enough. That's fair enough. I really liked Sekiro because it was like a nice, almost change of pace, but all still like a lot of the same stuff that I really enjoyed from the Bloodborne and Dark Souls series. It was still a lot of that storytelling and that strong world building, but then the combat is very different, and then the like it's a lot faster, so it actually fits with the Bloodborne style a lot more. So yeah, definitely would recommend it, but also very fair. Just play through Bloodborne again because Bloodborne is so good. Look forward to the change of pace. Yeah. Also, Jedi Fallen Order scratched that nice Souls-like itch with beautiful Star Wars aesthetics. That's fair. Yeah, I I tried to get into Jedi Fallen Order, but then I was just like, I think because I got it on PC, it just didn't run well on my PC, so that may have um, made it more difficult for me to enjoy. I haven't played the second. I haven't either. I'd be keen to try again, though. That's the thing. And, oh, for those who don't know, Ratchet is currently holding onto the edge of a stand, a table, but because he's so small, he's actually having to press his feet up against it. I'm currently just drawing that bit, trying to get the dimensions right for the draft. Oh, that's not right at all. My favorite thing about the comic is that the drafts always look so goofy and end up looking nothing like the end product. So, also for you guys, this is what the end product usually ends up looking like. Don't read the writing. uh, that's only a joke, but like also don't. How long have you been working on this? So I started streaming on this um, uh, last year, around August last year. So it's taken me almost a whole year to do chapter one. It's also because I work full time, and then this is my kind of part time job. So it has been taking a while. I'm hoping to get the chapter released quite soon. This is our hero, Ratchet. It looks so good, by the way. Thank you so much. Your shading is... Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Kind words always mean a lot. But yeah, so this is one of the pages, but I need it for a toy reference, basically. And I restarted partway through the hardest page. That's also fair. That is also a very fair point. I moved from Photoshop to Clip Studio halfway through one of the pages and then restarted because I just wanted to do it right and to do it with a program that actually like accommodated illustration more so. So yeah. And it was a really good choice because I also started working in color and you can see how that's turned out because it was a really good decision to kind of restart. I'm mad you don't show page one more often. You love the establishing shot. The establishing shot is great, but also that page is like very high detail, so it takes ages to load. I can show it. We'll just sit here for a little moment as it loads, because that will take a little while. But yeah, it's been really good and a really good educational thing for me as well, because I feel like when I started, I didn't feel like I was in a place to make a comic, and then I just started, and I've slowly gotten way better because of it. It's the practice thing, I guess. Like, practice is a big part of it. Yes, and this is what... Don't read the writing. Nobody read the writing. What are some of the things you've learned along the way? So I used to be really deeply afraid of highlighting in color illustration. Oop, I noticed the cosplay. I'll do that in a moment. And that was always really tough. And then I've also changed the way I shade quite a few times throughout the process of this comic. So when it actually is released, you'll see there have been interesting changes in the way that I shade my comic. I also was heavily reliant on models, like 3D models, to illustrate shape and body proportions. I don't use them anymore quite so much. And you'll see as time goes on, more characters look more stylized and less kind of rigid. But yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you remember that too, yeah. Like a lot of the time I was like focusing on a 3D model to draw characters that I had in my head, and they often end up looking too similar. But this is the big establishing shot that Loki's talking about. It's a whole thing. Have you found that streaming has been a good incentive to continue the comic, especially on days you may not want to? Absolutely. It's been an amazing kind of motivator for me and has really helped kind of keep me on task. I'm very, very scatterbrained when it comes to projects. So as a result, I end up not abandoning projects, but leaving them and then coming back and then feeling so super out of practice. But with this, with streaming, it has really helped me actually have that regular time to practice and to work on things and things like that. And it's been, yeah, genuinely been awesome. And because you redeemed costume time, who do you want? Actually, no, I'm just going to randomize. We are going to go... I'll go Monasteris. Monisteris cosplay. That's also a thing I do. I've now made hats for streamers and things like that, so that's also a thing. Just adds to the fun. By the way, Putty White. Oh, wow, I can't read. That's part of why he started streaming, actually, to set up that structure. Yeah. Exactly. Loki knows. Loki's been here pretty much from day one, which has been awesome. Yeah, this is a hat of another VTuber streamer called Monistera. Oh, I just realized Moni's gonna have to redo her emotes. Oh shit, that's true. She changed her model and stuff. Uh, so yeah, she really is, isn't she? Sorry to raid and then lurk, but you gotta get some food. Absolutely fine. Like, you do what you need to. At a long stream, you gotta do what you have to. If you wanna go, like, head off as well, like, totally fair enough. Totally fine with me. Like, thank you so much for the raid. Um, but yeah, like, don't apologize. You're all good. Code Vein, great review for Code Vein. I like the idea. I found that it was almost it didn't scratch that Souls-like itch that I was hoping for. Just because some of the combat didn't feel quite as fluid. Too easy. Yeah, not too easy. It was a good, like a decent amount of challenge, but the combat didn't feel quite so fluid as I was hoping it was gonna feel. Like sometimes you get hit by something that you were like quite a decent bit away from, and that when I remember when I played it, that frustrated me quite a bit. Whereas like the iframes weren't quite as seamless as it is in Dark Souls. That's why that was your main problem with it. It was a difficult challenge solo, but AI companions made it way too easy, and there was no middle ground. Yeah, yeah, no, I think that really is like that was kind of my issue as well. It just didn't feel quite so challenging. Decent challenge solo. Yeah, maybe a bit of a wide stance, but again, it's also it's also the draft, so it actually doesn't need to be that good or complicated. As you can see by how like fucked that arm is. Holy crap, that's all jagged and bent out of shape. Poor Ratchet. Yeah, it looks. That ain't right. For your games more focused on timing during fights, I prefer the Devil May Cry module to the Souls one, but you enjoy both. Just like being able to pull off amazing combos. Yeah, that's fair. That feels rewarding as well. Managing to get a good combo off at the right time. That just feels, yeah, rewarding. And like learning the game and learning the way it works. Like that's why parrying and also well, more so parrying, but like why parrying feels so rewarding in the Souls games because you actually feel like you've learned the game's like rhythm and it's rewarding you for that because if you can like master parrying, the game gets significantly easier or and not to say like it gets less challenging, it's still a challenge, but it's not quite as you're not dying to random like scumbags every single time you like enter a new area and things like that. Did you ever try the Neo series? I haven't. I'd like to, but I haven't. Alan loves it. They are some of his main games. Ah, that makes sense. Plus, they go deep into Japanese mythology. That's cool. I'd be into that. I think that's one thing. Um, yeah, like I said, Sekiro is one of my favorite games ever. But it doesn't do. It does a little bit of that Japanese mythology, but it really does kind of build upon its own concepts a lot, and it doesn't quite so much focus on the Japanese mythology. So I would really like a game that does. So I might look into it. It's a big old ratchet head. So let me just check. For those who are asking, like, is this consistent for me? Like the draft style? Yes, very much so. Because this is how my previous drafts look. Like, it is very much a like, oh yeah, they're gonna look like shit. But the idea is to actually have more form and just get the right like flow to it. Because yeah, they're not supposed to look good. If they look good, I would use them for the actual comic, and I don't want to do that. All right, and that should be yeah. That's page 7 ready. So one check. Uh, oh, good. It is a color. Always good. I always feel like the opacity is just it needs to be lower. even once I start drawing, I'm like, nope, the opacity needs to be lower. And I always go back and redo it. Never light enough. My first guess, never light enough. Too low for it here. Yeah, I could stick to my promise that it'll eventually look good. Draft layer is just there to tell me what I'm looking at, and sometimes hold like a little bit of detail, but not often. Details I'd like to keep, but usually not. I think I use, like, of all the artists I know, I think I use drafts really weird in that I use them for the most basic, kind of like basic of means, whereas other people actually use them more properly as like a space to kind of practice and build up the image first. Whereas I use it as like, this is, I would just draw like a stick figure and I'm like, this is to form the idea. And then I draw most of what the actual draft is in the line work. And if you're gonna ask like, oh, is this for like a particular reason? No, I'm I've been drawing for, you know, almost 25 years. I don't know why I do certain things. I'll also tell you guys a story, a little bit of a story about the creation of these characters. So when I made Dogen and I started showing my characters the character design for Dogen, who's basically Ratchet's adoptive father. He's a human man, but he's also known throughout the lands as likely one of the world's greatest assassins. Basically, we give this background, build up a character, and then show off the character design. And when I designed the character, it's like he kind of the image I wanted to give off was like very serious looking, strongly based on Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan, like very strong visual kind of uh, homage to that. I think one of the first comments I got about Dogen's design was like, "Oh, he's actually pretty hot," and I'm like, "That's not necessarily the intention I had, but if it works, it works." Oh, and for those of you who check out the Tapas page, you will notice that Chapter One does have a DILF tag. Yes, that is intentional. Want to get that SEO right. Want to do it correctly. we play a strong SEO game here at the Grey Mouse channel. I know what people are like, so I target my story that way too. Advertise it as such, thusly. No one can blame me for that. Uh, Man, you got Front Mission Remake at the end of this month, Remnant 2 in July, Armored Core in August, Starfield and Payday in September, Alan Wake in October, and new Yakuza game in November. Your year is full. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good year to be, well, a pretty good selection to be overwhelmed by. Honestly, they all sound great, and I do feel quietly optimistic for those games as well. A good many of them I will probably play as well. Nothing really announced in November, but base it's holiday. We know there will be games then. Yeah, absolutely. There has to be. Oh, in December, not November. Yeah, oh, even more so. Even more reason to be like, yeah, there's going to be something going on. There's got to be something going on. Surely. Oh, that's too wide. Don't I actually have like don't admit this to anybody. It'll exist in the compendium. There will be an explanation for it in the compendium. But like, I genuinely don't know why I draw these little holes in Dogen's armor. Not yet. I will do by the time the compendium comes out. The Silmarillion of my comic, if you will. I'm actually working on that um, while I make these comics. Hopefully, the Lollipop Chainsaw remake will be in December. Possibly. It wouldn't surprise me as well, I'll admit. That seems like something they would do. I forgot how thick Dogen is. Maybe I made him slightly too thick. Shit. Actually, a mistake. Not just because Dogen's handsome, like I have established. With all this talk about the DILF tag. Actually, a pretty thick. I'd also say my drawing style has improved as well. Now that I'm like looking at it, like my style has really come into its own, and it definitely feels less like I'm copying someone else's style or working from, you know, the foundations of the things I've learned. It definitely feels like my style has more developed and is now more present and unique, which I'm very happy about, of course. But it's one thing that sometimes takes a little bit of time to recognize as well. Look at this man. Handsome. Beautiful. I know what the people want. A handsome man. Look at. Or a cute animal. That's why I provide that in the corner. Me. Just probably draw Ratchet's head first and then rest. That's even worse. Worse. Slightly worse. Better. Worse. One thing I do a lot that I will just redo a single line that I've drawn because I don't like the way it looks, and then I'll just say worse or better as I figure out which, if I prefer it or not. I'm insane, like most artists. Stubby fingers, but about right for Ratchet, really. Let's be honest. Goblin got little stubby fingies. That's okay. Oh, and I realized something. Hand would not be that direction. He'd be um. Oh God, the fuck is that? A really bad thumb. Or you get the little sneaky behind the curtain look. His hand was the other way before. Fun little piece of trivia for everyone else. The people who read the comics but didn't watch the stream, they don't know. They'll never know. You missed the testicular fortitude game advertisers had in the past. You still remember the ad for Sudeki on the OG Xbox, scantily clad women with the text "Pray for a full frontal assault." Amazing. Game was really fun. Actually, you bring that up because the Lollipop Chainsaw ads, if it releases around Christmas, could be amazing. But you doubt they're brave enough. The landscape has definitely changed. So I would be surprised if they did something like that. Um, but it would be funny. All that said, that's better. But I'm gonna have to erase the. does look a lit. Oh no, he doesn't look that angry. Never mind. I was gonna say he looks a little angry. He kind of does, but not like too bad. The tolerable level of um, his facial expression, which is mostly usually like just acceptance, but slight disappointment, underwhelming, which surely isn't a word. Missed it. Got it, but wasn't worth it. There we go. There we go. That's drooping a bit, but that was a messy one. Did it? Not really. Did it? To a tolerable amount. Yeah. Eh. Sorry, guys. Hit the mic. I do that some. I do that a lot, actually. Not even sometimes. I just do that a lot. Be patient with me there. That look. It's good. Nice. Live with that. Really be angular. Post. Bad. It's a bad angle. If it's covering them, then we can't see it at all because Dogen's back is in the way. Sweet. That makes my job easy. But only just slightly. We have background. We gotta fill in. Sudoku is on Steam, but only $6. You need to grab it, and yes, the landscape has changed, but you do not believe it is entirely a good thing. The demonization of sexiness has always been a thing in TV. They have overcorrected now, and in the past, it was more acceptable in video games, but now they are starting to overcorrect in the opposite direction. I believe that trying to downplay sexy in games targeted as at adults is wrong. It's demonization, very normal, a very normal, not to mention essential thing. That's fair. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying in that regards. Everyone is a little bit too, um, what's the word I'm looking for, actually? Everyone's just a little bit too sheepish of that now. It is such a weird topic as well. Such a weird topic to broach, just due to the nature of like how it is viewed nowadays. But yeah, I definitely get what you mean. We need some things out here. But that's not how a stand does its thing. Little too. Oh, did you watch any of the YouTube playlists you've posted? Not yet. I will do. Getting there. I've been very preoccupied with setting up the store and trying to make stickers that work and stuff. I have stickers that work. My Cricut also is amazing. Like it's doing God's work now. But I did have to calibrate it. So as a result, I got some like badly cut pieces of paper and now slightly better cut pieces of paper. But I also just bought Hester like stickers or Hester sticker paper, and it's not good enough to sell. I want to give you guys some good quality stuff. Um, Actually, I know what to do first. Do the outside line first. Ah, the mic's in the way. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna move you. But I want to give you guys better quality, like stickers. So, coincidentally enough, the sticker paper will the sticker paper will arrive on the 1st of July, so I'll actually open up my store during Beanstalk Week, which actually fits quite well because I will be home all week, so I can actually probably set up and run orders. I really like her take on the topic. She kind of tries to remove the knee jerk. It is bad that a lot of people seem to have, and try to define what the bad parts are and how to identify them as well as going into why they are bad. That's excellent, actually. That's a really good way of explaining that like issue. Because yeah, it's not all bad. It's just like it's a natural human thing as well, but like yeah, it has been quite vilified in recent years. I'm looking at my stream. Should I switch out my hat now? I've been Moni for quite a little while. Not gonna do a Moni impression. Don't even ask. Go for it. I'll switch out the hat. Now agonizing puddle. Hello everyone. Let's do some drawing. Can do a puddle impression, but that's because it's for me it's just British. A little bit of British. English. Calm and English. It's strange and difficult because The way I draw quite light. So, I usually have to increase the size of my brush when working in further away. But I usually get the same strength of lines to a certain degree. Also, before you ask, I'm not doing a Callie impression either. I don't want to burn any bridges. And I think Puddle would be flattered. Maybe. I hope. I'm doing an impression of it. I'd say he'd be positively chuffed. Maybe. Maybe. Can't be sure. Maybe he'll be deeply insulted. Like one of her examples is CD Projekt Red with Witcher. Started off horribly sexist in the first one, where literally Pokemon cards for the women you slept with. Then in number 2, there was only one bad part. One of the female soldiers can get non-coned. And instead of letting the soldier get revenge, she stays behind while you and someone who tortured you get revenge for her. Oh, that's weird. That's a little odd. Not the best. Not the most positive depiction of women there. But they learned, which is good. I often hark back to Dishonored, as their first game did not break the bounds of the depiction of women. But the second game did, or not break the bounds, but did quite a good job at depicting women in a more positive light. I keep almost scratching my tattoo. That would be bad. I would deeply regret that because it's itchy. But then the second game came out and it did more to represent women. And sadly, one talks about it, which is quite disappointing because it's actually quite a good game. Non-coned. Oh, non-conned. Right. Non-consensual. But in the third, most of the women are incredibly strong and even get onto you if you try to be a player. Yes. Which is very good. You're not rewarded for being a bit of a scoundrel. Cheeky scamp, if you will. Really going all out on this impression. That's smaller. Maybe. Looks like I'm going to be taking a little bit of Ratchet's head. Yep. Bugger. Yeah, that'll do. As long as it's the right. Oh, Jesus, what did I do? Pressed a button, felt something vibrate. Something could have gone very wrong. That's better. Fix it up. So in 3, the sexual aspects are still present but presented in a mature and healthy way. Yes, and that I agree with and understand where you're coming from. Or Ratchet. Bit of his head. Or chap. Where's my cursor? Alright, I'm back. Back to my normal accent. I have returned. Returned to the land of the upside down. Australia. Home. Grove Street. Home. I kind of looked back just to make sure that there wasn't just a clip that's like, this is going to puddle. Yes, you remember that mouse? Yeah, he was making fun of you. I wasn't. I only do impressions of people I admire. Promise. Yeah, that's okay. High, aren't they? Yeah, a little too high. All could do with going down as then mostly being erased because it won't make sense. Right. It's okay. That's literally it, isn't it? Pretty much all but one stand actually would make sense to be visible. Doesn't matter, we know now. I know now. All about making like a good image for the panel. It ends up being that I just have to redo things. That's okay. I mean, God, we know I've redone the comic before because I wanted to make it look right. So interesting to think about where I was there. I was just like, I'm gonna have to redo the comic, like in a new program. I remember being like, oh, with a heavy heart, I'm just letting you all know, gonna restart. Now look at me. Glad I made that decision, honestly. On that topic, you watched World End Harem, and while it starts off as being nothing but trash by the appearance and plot, it actually really impressed you with how it handled it and the growth and corruption of certain characters, as well as the strength presented in the MC. It's probably in your top 40s, but is also one you wouldn't recommend to most people. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's good. That's a pretty good recommendation. Or not good recommendation, a very specific recommendation. That is good. And then I'll need to draw trees. Trees and a bit of moon. Maybe. Actually, I could probably erase these stands altogether because they just don't line up. Makes my job easier though, so I'm always happy for that. I mean, not easier, you know, you get what I mean. Less complicated. Yes. Okay, and we start showing off the wind, so the trees are going to be like blowing uh, here and there, just sporadically. And then also probably a good idea to show actual like wind effects, so like leaves and stuff. Um, yeah, that's what we're doing next. That's a bit. Yeah, there we go. Basic plot is it's set in a world with 5 billion women, and there are all but five of the men were all but five of the men were killed by a virus. Well, technically, there's another 5 million in cold storage, but only the five are immune, and it's a love story. Interesting. Interesting. What a world. So just muted to sneeze. Ugh. You don't mind spoilers about the character development, do I? No. You do you. I don't mind spoilers. It also has one of the immune guys being shown as a total playboy, but then we see him respect a woman when she says no, and you have to reevaluate your opinion of him. And then at the end of season one, you find out the reason he didn't leave with MC to fight the powers, trying to completely kill off men, was so he could stay behind and look after the children he created. Ah, interesting. That is a very, like, that's a very in depth character. I always forget to do the light post until like the end. It really bites me in the ass. There's MC who's basically, no, I love this girl. I don't care. I'm finding her. He is the blandest of the guys. Then there's also the one who's bullied and was shy, but put in a school with total power, and you get to see the power corrupt him to the extent I was afraid it would get so dark he would kill the show. Yeah, ooh, that'd be rough. That would be a nasty turn. Yeah. I mean, he is still a horrible person, but didn't quite cross the line becoming irredeemable yet. At least you plan on reading the source material. Yeah, fair. Interesting, though. Very interesting direction they went with. I mean, also fair enough. You gotta have characters like that. Sometimes add a little spice. and it sells itself as a heh boobies show in that world. I came in expecting trash and actually got something in your top 40, which is pretty good. There you go. All right. Color. I realize I've made another detailed panel, but that's okay. That's okay. This is not the page. The old page. It's time for the Grey Mouse colors like a child section of the comic. Way. That is definitely the wrong color. You're currently watching Love Flops. It starts off as very etchy and harem trope thrown into a blender, but then there's a major shakeup in the type of show. It is at episode 7. This one will probably be in the 30s, even though I jokingly called out the plot twist. I can't be mad. That means that they were, in fact, setting it down from the start, and you just happened to pick it up. Yeah, that's fair. That's a very self aware observation, too, which is cool. Uh, Yellow, red. Yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. By red, I mean orange. Oh, well, I have this. Well, I may as well fill in the stand that they're actually at. That is that color. Yellow. It is yellow. Sorry, I sound like a crazy person when I say stuff like that. The other stand next to this one. Is it yellow? Yes. Like you made the joke about the twist in episode 2. and thought you saw something that confirmed it in episode 4. It's weird. I'm not sure if the twist would have hit harder or softer if you didn't think of it beforehand. Yeah, that's fair. Well, you're also in a world where you knew the twist. So you can't be sure if it would have hit harder or softer if you'd known because you didn't know. Because you did know. Tough world. It's a tough world to be in. That in mind. That's not the right color. The green, not just black. Add like not debris but leaves flying everywhere. I will do. I just need to. I'll probably do that in the light layer. Am I missing anything? Yes. Logan's greys. Grey hairs. Color for the grey. That's a good, very good sample. Eyes. Am I missing anything? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, actually, yes, it does look like it. I need clouds. Actually, I know how to make the cloud color. It's the night sky color, but with less vibrancy and value. And I mean value in a color sense, not as in like intrinsic value. It's also the first time you've deleted your in progress review of an anime in Moni's server because you want to show it and let them have a clean slate. Yeah, nice. All right, let's get close. Start with Dogen's face because why not? I also think when I finish a page, I should really like. I'll do the draft in my own time, of course, like I have done previously to this stream, but because it also is a good chance to like ruminate on what each panel will look like and get more of those like dynamic panels that I really do enjoy. But that's just a lesson that I've learned today, which is good. Always good to learn. Oh, and Spy X Family Season 2 towards the end of this year and a movie for it in December. Ooh, lovely. I need to watch Season 1. I'll get around to it. Maybe. Probably. I hope so. Because it seems lovely. I really do. Well, I have to get through that list of animes. I'm thinking at some point I just have to bite the bullet and just start. It's one of those things. I just need to get that into my momentum, get it into my like process of doing stuff or my routine. I just watch, anime a set like on nights that I'm not streaming, maybe watch anime or do things like that. Doesn't help that I'm now like once I've set up the store and I have a few stickers running, then I'll probably do that. Where I'll take like a night where I'm not streaming and just watch anime. dang mic again, as I do every single drawing stream. Oh man, I can work from home tomorrow, thank goodness. And I don't want to go into the office. I'll have to tomorrow anyway, but like, God, I don't have to like do anything other than work from home, really. Ah. Oh, stretch my stretch my whole body for a moment. Yeah. Hold on. Moving the mic. Moving the mic. Y'all can sit up here. Just above the tablet. Comfortable? If not, touch it. Right. The best spot for you. The entirety of South America. In my mic. Now currently just above my drawing tablet as opposed to side of it. Tell you what, one thing I got to learn is the vector fill, to fill in colors and stuff. That would make just this process so much quicker. Less painting and more actually like doing all the other stuff. If painting was like a 3-second task because I was filling in like creatively, well, not creatively, but like just quickly filling in and like making a few minor alterations, that'd be perfect. There is a tool for that, but really complicated. Once season 2 finishes, you'll have to reevaluate your top 25 list. You already know it should be your top 10, but 13 is close enough, and you're lazy. There. That's a high regard. Takes a lot to get into top 10, fully. Deserves to be there, it deserves to be there. But yeah, also I get that. I haven't even started watching anime again because I'm that late. I'm far lazier in that regard. I almost did that thing where I reread something that I've already read. Got close, but just didn't. Now I've admitted it. Pure matter. The least favorite part of drinking is you don't really black out, but you lose memory. It's not that you can't remember it, it's just, but it is that you can remember. It is just that your brain somehow files it away as happening 2 months ago. Oh, right. Right. Very interesting. I don't know how that, like, how the, like, drinking brain, like, memory retention thing works because I've personally never had an experience like that, but, like, interesting. So you, so you still remember, but it's like it's way in the past. Yeah, right. Feels like a distant memory and has that kind of retention where it feels distant. I get what you mean. Very peculiar. Where am I? Oh, lost. Okay. I think it may be because of the ad. I remember the process so much that when your brain goes to sort of the drunk memories, it goes, this little information was saved. It has to be an old memory. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like it feels like your grip on the memory feels looser than it would be with a fresh memory. So as a result, it feels older. Because of the ADD. Ah, right. Yes. That makes sense, actually. Now that you've put it into that kind of perspective, that makes sense. Also thinking I might overlay these trees with like a soft um, blue like shadow that they look like they've been engulfed in the rain. Incoming rain. Not a spoiler to admit that it's going to rain in this chapter. Is Willsies, rain is coming. From this point in the chapter onwards, I could actually probably start phasing out background as the rain draws closer, like in onto the festival. Yeah, background gets like lost in a haze. Also because the dream is ending and the boy is waking up. Just a bit at this point. freestyling along the jazz. Those of you who cannot hear it, there's jazz. Thinking we're about to get to the 3 hour mark. They'll definitely rate out at 3 hours. What is the time? I forgot to mention Loki. The streamer that we rated out to last time, Line Art, she thanked me on Twitter, which was really sweet of her. She like messaged me on Twitter just to thank me, and it was very sweet of her. So I think that was a good recommendation, good choice. She's good value, very funny, and a very entertaining stream. So very nice choice, Loki. to be. Don't fuck up colouring I've already done. Jesus. Fucked up some colouring back. Easy enough. Yeah. Yeah, she was super nice. I think tomorrow I'm gonna head to my local cafe and give them a few stickers. A few of my tester stickers. I gotta get rid of them. That's the thing. Because they're just like they're paper quality, so they're not glossy or anything like that. So they're just not worth selling. But they still look very nice. I've got a few on my books and stuff, but why not? I've printed the cheese muncher sticker, which is so cute, like genuinely so cute. I can't wait to pop that up on the store. So I did realize something. For the cheese muncher sticker, figured out why she was recommended. She is suggested by Jappy, someone who Callie raids fairly often, and I follow. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, something I noticed. The the cheese muncher sticker. Grey Mouse's arms are the wrong color in that. They're the wrong side. So I'm gonna need to fix that before I print them again. Because his uh it's just the complete opposite. Which was bound to happen at some point. I've been drawing those arms, like that hoodie, for so long that I just completely forgot which was left, which was red, and which was blue. So, whoopsie. I don't have a constant reference. Well, I do. I have the hoodie myself, but I don't have a constant reference. And there's somebody who does a night in the not in the night. It's over the garden wall, uh, like apparel, and she's recently released these beautiful, beautiful sweaters, and one of them actually has um, different colored sleeves, but in autumn colors. So I was really tempted to order one of them and then also add it to my uh, model, to my PNG model. So then there's a variation on the hoodies and sweaters that I wear on stream. But they always have different colored sleeves because I genuinely love that as a design choice for jumpers. Something about them just looks great. I think it really looks great. not get to the shading layer tonight, but that's okay. I think it would be very ambitious for me to believe that. There's a lot going on, and there has been for a while, and there will be going forward too, so it's fine. It's all okay. Next chapter, I'm going to start implementing the use of brushes that I've been preparing, which have like, it's basically like the lantern brush that I've been using quite regularly, which basically is just a lantern I drew, and but it'll fill in the space and help make like big cluttered spaces without me having to draw absolutely everything for them. So yeah, that's what chapter 2 will be introducing, and it'll make my job just that bit faster, which will be great actually. Going to be so efficient by the end of this. It'll be like, instead of it being like one panel a stream, it'll be like one page a stream. That'll be because I'll also get more used to um, streaming for longer, but then also because like the hope is that I would get more efficient. It'll all happen with time. But that'd also be cool. Day where it's no longer taking me. It doesn't take me a year to finish a chapter. It'll take me like a few months. That'll be awesome. That'll be a good day. And also the quality will be better. Oh, very excited for the. Also, I'm thinking I might alter. I am definitely going to alter the warm up page. Um, redeem. So basically, I'm going to make the redeem cheaper. I want people to use it, of course. But I'm going to make it cheaper, and then I'm also going to. Wait, no, the warm up is cheaper, isn't it? It's like 1. But I'm also going to make it a sticker, like thing. So then, because then it just gives us more to do. It's 1 point. You just haven't had any good ideas lately. Yeah, and like I want it to be more approachable for people to like redeem as well. So I want people to feel like they want to redeem it. So I'm gonna do a bit of brainstorming for that. And ultimately, if a good sticker comes out of that, then I may as well just make a sticker and add it to the store. Because I love what Callie does, where some streams she just works on a sticker, and the sticker stream that I did last week was a lot of fun. So I'd actually be keen to. I don't know if I want to add another streaming day because I already stream 3 nights a week. It already is a lot because I work full time. But I would be keen to a sticker stream. Where I just work on stickers and then people are like, oh, this is super cool. where can I find it? I'm like, you can find it here at the Kofi store. You can order yours today. Could do one every other week. That would be good. That's a good idea. Every second week, the Tuesday is no longer. But then again, that's erasing a Rat Baby stream, which I really do need. I really do need 2 streams for Rat Baby. Just so that I actually am making quite steady progress. Maybe every second Saturday I do one. Something like that. Because yeah, like I need to be more regular with the comic, just so that I am building up that practice and momentum. So I can't replace, and also it's my main focus. I can't just replace it just because I want to make stickers. But yeah, that might be good. Every second Sunday, not Sunday, every second Saturday, I do a sticker stream. Saturday stickers. Second Saturday stickers stream. That'd be good. Then I can always open it up to the community as time goes on. Right now, I basically want to make a sticker for every character in the comic. We're only doing volume 1 currently, so it'll only be every character in volume 1 until we start working on volume 2. But every single character gets a sticker. And some might get more than 1 sticker if they're like popular. Or 1 bonus stream a month where we brainstorm and lay out stickers that you work on throughout the month in my free time. That's a really good idea, actually. I really like that idea. You're good value, Loki. You're good value. That's great. Yeah, 1 stream a month. We do like a just chatting, or it could be during the gaming stream. Well, actually, no, because I need to lay it out, don't I? We do a draft of the stickers that I'm gonna make over the month. Yeah, and we call it like the monthly drop. Actually, what's like mouse related? Because I should really be doing more mouse related like names for things. Because I'm Grey Mouse, but it could be monthly mousetrap. That has no connection to anything. Monthly sticker snap. The mousetrap. I just like the idea of having more themed stuff. But yeah, that would be a good idea. But then I also want to do like a Grey Mouse line of stickers, which will be like kind of like the cheese muncher sticker, which is just Grey Mouse, just me munching on some shredded cheese, and they won't be quite as like cool or as um like focused as the comic based stickers, but they'll still be ones that if people are like them, then they can get them. And then I'm gonna also just have a random selection as well. Things I think are cool, fun. Like I have a sticker that should be coming to the store when I in June, not in June, in July. That is just a raccoon in a diving helmet, and he's saying, "Show us your cooch," and that's it. Not highbrow humor, but it is a cool design. So I'm making it, and it'll be on the store soon enough. Also, speaking of stickers and stuff, I gotta ask Callie if she'd be interested in doing the calligraphy for my Bees Knees Mead sticker. I have to try and haggle her down. I'm sure she's very expensive, high value. Oh, and I will have Punga stickers as well because people adore Punga, as do I. But Punga will have their own selection of. I think that's just well worth. Sweet little, sweet looking little character. He just needs to have his own stick. Monthly mouse merch something. Still working on the name. The name that's good. Uh, that's not bad. I know Moni's working on a name for her like little talk show. I couldn't come up with anything like very intelligent. But I also know a lot of people were recommending like fart streamer stuff, being like, "Oh, fart stream, monthly mass merch mayhem." That's pretty good. What the shit color is that? Yeah, that's not bad. The monthly merch mashup definitely has to have the monthly and mouse. Monthly mouse maternity mayhem merch. That's your definition of a shit color. Please see a doctor. Oh, I mean the deep red. Yeah, probably. I mean in an artistic sense, not in a out of my butthole sense. Out of my anus sense. Not that. More shocked because I had no idea where I got that color from, even. Appeared. That. Gonna zoom out and then realize that there's plenty of stuff I haven't filled in. Yeah. Oh yeah, but actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Nice. Nice thing to kind of stumble across. That things are slightly better than you expected. And I tell you what, the urge to the urge to scratch my tattoo is so strong. I just have to not. I'm sad that cheese is too long to use as an acronym. Yeah. Oh man, can you imagine? Oh, but we could do. And no, wait, no. I was almost gonna be like, and cheese starts with an S. No, shredded cheese starts with an S. These are two different yellows, which is fucking with my head. Um, yeah, cheese is too long to make an acronym, but God, but we could definitely shorten it, and then it could be pronounced cheese. Ches. Creator hires entire audience. Um, Sticky easies. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Creator has everyone enlist sticker E. Yeah, it's slowly like my streams slowly devolve into the whole like I just everything every like night I stream is just an acronym now. Because honestly, I would actually like change the games night stream to an acronym as well, just to make everything really, really like like uniform. But I also did just notice the time. So let's zoom out, see what progress we've made. Yeah, actually, like it's not bad. Of course, it's actually pretty decent progress. But I'm gonna just quickly export so I can post it on Twitter. Page are we up to? Page 7. Ooh, hold on. Too high detail. Mouse monthly obligatory use a sanctioned event. Moose. Oh, I love that. That's so good. Hold on. Let me just export this. Hit save. That's good. Suggested rather than sanctioned. I like sanctioned. I kind of like sanctioned. Just for the sheer purpose that it is like quite a confronting term in this situation. Write that down. They also like moose. I like that that's the acronym. Mouse monthly obligatory user sanctioned or suggested event or moose. Hey Trimp TV, how you doing? Welcome to my stream. We're currently just working out an acronym for my sticker, my monthly sticker event, and we'll also probably raid out pretty soon, but that's okay. You're on hangover. How about you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Had a very good weekend. About to head into the work week, which is tragically disappointing, but it is what it is. Yeah. Hope you're doing well otherwise, Trimp TV. Trimp? You well? Now let's quickly look, because we will raid out relatively soon. Oh, Linot and Suited are both streaming, which is good. Monthly ordered user sticker event. That's also pretty good. Oh wait, it's mouse, isn't it? I can't even spell. Not moose. Those are good. I like those a lot. It's mouse night. And then people are like, what the fuck is mouse night? And then we're making stickers. I kind of like that. You know, people who are following, they're just like, we've got 3 streams every week. 2 of them are the comic streams, and then 1 of them is just a game stream. That's a lot of fun. And then just one Saturday in the month, you just see me go live, and the description is mouse. And people will be like, what the fuck does that mean? That's really cryptic. Voidless art. Ooh, good suggestion. Let me just check. Yes. Okay. Saw not say and a 0, not a 0. Yeah. I got him. How long they've been streaming? An hour and a half. Oh, so they're probably not going to raid out anytime soon, which is always good. Let's raid. Oh, hold on. I spelled it wrong. Voidless art. There we go. Let's jump in. All right. But with that said, I'll see you guys all on Tuesday for some more comic work. But thank you so much for joining me, and I really appreciate all the support and time. But I will see you all next time.